What's up, YouTubers? This is Everyday Entrepreneurs here. Kevin Buckner,
Calvin Snowden,
Lamar Smith.
and today we have a special guest, Octavia Phillips from Touch of O'Shea, and we're going to be using her butter, hopefully, on Calvin's arms. We're right back. All right, so we're back here with Touch of O'Shea and the crew. And we're about to, learn some products and beauty products that we all need. I know I'm a little ashy sometimes, being that way. Maybe all the time.
Yeah, I was gonna say that sometimes. I don't think they have lotion where you live.
I don't like lotion. It make you feel like,
We're gonna get that
greasy.
together.
It's like a brother wearing gloves every day.
Exactly.
It's all good. It's like, today's March 9th. It's Biggie Day. We went from ashy to classic.
And there you
This is
go.
what we're doing today.
Yeah, we talking about.
This is what we're doing today, in the spirit
So,
of the late great.
that being said, on a serious note, we want to understand a little bit about Octavia and her products. So Octavia, tell us a little about yourself and how you got here today.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you, fellas, for having me here today. Again, my name is Octavia. I am originally from Virginia, and I'm here in Philadelphia now. I've been in Philadelphia for about 7 years. I came here for graduate school, and so
Educated system.
well, So inspiration for Touch of O'Shea came from my background in Virginia and some of my educational training. But then I also furthered my education and kind of executed the business idea after my tenure since being here in Philadelphia.
Nice.
So shout out to Philly.
Philly.
Much love to Philly.
Philadelphia.
So do you make your products yourself?
I do. Basically what I've done is just kind of, what I'm trying to do ultimately is create a 100% plant-based personal care line, primarily for melanin-rich skin. Our skin, because we have our melanocytes absorb sunlight differently, our healing process runs a little bit different. When we go into the stores on a regular basis, we don't see products that are melanin-rich primary in their approach. And so I'm just trying to be the change.
Look, I understand.
No, that sounds good.
That's awesome.
I, as we were kind of talking off camera, I wash my hands a lot because of the type of work and different things I do, and often my hands are dry. And so do your products, and as you noted, I would have some scar, do you have products that you would recommend for males, or is it just female-based, or both? Or
Well, everything that I make is unisex. It can be used by men and women alike. Yes, indeed.
Is it like manly sense versus girly sense?
Well, one of the things that I do is I do have aromatic options, but they are all plant-based. So we have like lemon, we have orange, citrus blend. So we do have some lavender, options that, just provide that relaxation, we want to make sure. Peppermint, we have peppermint.
oh,
No allspice.
Kevin like peppermint.
You're a peppermint
He's
guy?
a peppermint type of guy.
He looks like he could be a peppermint type of child.
I
I dig that. I'm mad at that. Then we have vanilla options also, but what we're going to do right now, I'm going to grab
Nice.
sugar.
Oh, man.
Here we go. Bam. Bearing gifts.
I have to give you props so you got the brand in the shirt.
Yes.
That's
We're trying to do something here.
I like that.
Trying to be serious about this.
Look. O'Shea.
And so the base formula, I guess I would say the flagship for my creation was Moyle. This was the first formula that I created. And so this is an everyday moisturizer. There's no water, there's no petroleum, no artificial additives in anything that I make. All of the body moisturizers are shea butter based. And then I incorporate other oils and butters just, based on the formula. So in the immediate, if you'd like, please feel free. I see we've got a few spots. Maybe able to, just some areas.
So do I rub it on my hand? Do I just put...
First, I would say rub it in. So you want to just give it a nice little rub in so that you start the breakdown process. And there's gonna be, and one thing I will also say is it's concentrated, so a little goes a long way. So you just want to rub in, and here we go. Look at everybody. I mean, just take a little sample, brother. These knuckles, use a sample.
Look, these are
just $1.
Kung Fu theater. Powder, like man.
We got
working out on the weekends.
We see that.
Now what? Because it seems to have a little no smell of cocoa butter?
Now there is
Or cocoa, I don't know the proper term. I don't want to be in here talking wrong.
Now, this particular formula does not have cocoa butter in it, but I do have one that does. Okay. But shea butter, because it is a butter that's harvested from a kernel, it does have like a nutty scent to it.
Gotcha.
You know?
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now some
Can
people.
I eat this? Can I put this on the bread?
I mean, I wouldn't. If you wanted to,
look,
you could.
I'm from Philly. We scrapple, so that might even
There you go. That might be better than scrapple.
Right now.
Right.
But so, like as I was saying, so Moyle is the base formula, the first formula that I created.
Mm-hmm.
After that, I kind of branched into some more therapeutic formulas. So the next level up is Mutter, and Mutter is first dry and severe dry skin. I didn't bring it.
Oh, you didn't bring the Mutter?
I didn't bring
tough Mutter?
Yeah. And we're probably a good mutter.
Probably.
But you mutter sucker.
I can't. But that formula has more of a therapeutic impact. It has some tea tree, some Ghanaian neem oil in it. So it's great for not only severe dry skin, but also eczema.
Oh, nice. Okay.
I was going to get into that too. So primarily, like a lot of your products too. I guess a lot of your clientele would be like maybe salon, barbershops. To kind of get people involved in it. Because I think a lot of times we don't really put in to skincare like we should.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because we come up from a time that you put the Vaseline on. Everybody about to fight, or everybody get up in the morning, or
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Today we are getting to the crux.
I mean when you leave the house.
We know Lamar did that. Laugh without love.
Lamar does bring up a point, although his methodology. But he is right though. I have had some great interactions with barbers here in Philly. Shout out to Maximum Level Barbershop. My brother Jamal is the barber there. Max Level Mall is his one of his handles. But
nice.
That brother was part of my testing to help me just to understand that Mutter can be used for like ringworm and for some of the irritations that you find in the scalp. So thank you to that brother for helping.
You got anything with grow back hair? Like, you know what I'm saying? If I wanted to get like curlies back, no?
Well, now curlies I don't, but not miracle.
They got the leaves.
I'm just saying, like, you throw a little water, throw a little gel, and you got a curl. Can I do this with this? No?
You can use this on your hair.
Okay.
You can use this on your hair.
Okay.
It's not going to bring back the curlies.
No.
However, but it will nourish and it will moisturize your scalp.
Okay.
Now, in addition to this, I should have bought a little bit of everything that I do make, but I do have a hair and scalp oil called Inazi, and that's great for lock maintenance. It's great for sisters who have braids, hot oil treatments, stuff like that. Brothers can also use it. It's great for beard maintenance. 100% plant based.
So is this like something like I'm not really like prolific when it comes to like women and the hairstyle, but is this something that like can prevent women from like getting perms like that you make, because perm can burn the hair and everything like that. So like is this some of your oils like gonna help treat the hair too? Where you
absolutely,
get that? Okay.
absolutely. Because what we need to do is not in that whole healing process where we're breaking away from a lot of those stereotypes and the needs for perms and all of these artificial things that really don't do us a benefit. What we need to there's a wealth of knowledge out now that will help us to understand why it's important to get away from some of those types of products. We need to make sure that sisters are exercising the best health, using the best products to give ourselves the best health. About 60% of what you apply to your skin and to your scalp will make its way into your bloodstream. So it's very important. You know what I'm saying?
So I can get some topical marijuana and be like, straight, is what you're trying to say?
What we're going to do,
put it out there.
ladies and gentlemen,
everyday entrepreneur show.
We are getting all the way in it today. I love it.
So if I could ask a serious question, so how do we find your products? Do you have a store? Is it all web based?
Right now, it's all web-based.
Okay.
But I am looking to partner with my brothers potentially from Everyday Entrepreneur.
Okay.
For potential opportunity for
Okay.
some storefront,
Hey, that's what we're
just
talking
putting
about.
it out there
Absolutely.
while we're here today.
Yeah.
Right now, though, I am available online at touchofOsheaNaturals.com.
Nice. Okay.
And also, I'm on Facebook and Instagram at Touch of O'Shea, TouchOshea.
Okay.
Sorry.
No.
Sorry about
That's
that.
what's
So, so I am available. Also, I do deliveries within Philadelphia. So,
Okay.
there's options, for that. I try to make all of my access convenient as possible.
I know that.
I like
So,
how you do that.
Wow.
So do they come in different sizes? Or
yes.
so
Yes.
is this considered small, large, medium?
Yeah, this is really just the travel size and pocket size,
Okay,
just
gotcha.
for
Okay.
a lot of sisters have these, or brothers throw them in the gym bag, or, if you're just on the go. This is a 2 ounce, and the sizes range from 2 ounce up to a family size of 32 ounce
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
And how much would something like that retail for?
This jar is $5.
Okay.
And so, this formula, because it doesn't have any aromatic, there's no fragrance in this, but there's, the options range up to $50.
Gotcha.
Nice.
Okay. Nice.
So, we're just
So
making
healthy
it
and affordable.
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's one of the key elements that we're trying to target is we want to make sure that we're providing the best, avenues to safe health, and we want to make sure that it's reasonably priced.
Gotcha.
So you've been in business for 7 years?
No, I have been making my own products for 7 years, but
Okay.
I've been a professional business owner for 2.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. Awesome.
Yes.
Hey.
Awesome.
No time like the present.
I'm telling you,
That's
and all of that goes to the interactions that I've had with sisters here in Philly.
Nice.
I was making this product for sisters who had eczema as well as some who were undergoing cancer therapy. And so the products were effective. And so one of those sisters told me, she was like, "You really need to start selling this. You need to go further with this because it's really effective." And at first I just brushed it off. So that's definitely a point to business owners if you're looking to go into business. Don't ever doubt your capability.
Nice.
Don't ever doubt,
That's a great lesson.
the passion that you have, the natural raw talent that you have. Don't take it for granted,
No, that's what's up. Especially if it's effective, because a lot of times you get your products on and they're not actually effective. They don't even work.
Right.
So to have something that is.
Right.
The other thing is I noticed, and I haven't done a whole lot of shopping because I don't really use lotion, but I feel like there's not enough black products.
True.
You were saying more melanin intensive, whatever.
Right.
I'm being un-PC black people.
It's all good.
You know what I mean?
It's all good.
It's like, at least I feel like those products don't necessarily work for us.
Yeah.
True. True.
So
Absolutely.
we have to have things that are more focused toward.
Right, and yeah, we need products that are not water based.
Yeah.
Number one,
Okay.
we need products that have an oil base as for their composition
Gotcha.
because our skin is oil based, so like goes with like.
Oh, gotcha.
You know what I'm saying?
I
And
was going to
so,
say because we're ashy when you oil, or no? I don't understand the water part. Okay.
well, because the water, if water just was enough, then a shower wouldn't leave us ashy.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
that's why you don't necessarily want something that's water based. But to your point though, one of the things that I am trying to target are some of those markets where we're not as represented.
Sure.
So one of the things that my company does make also is a tattoo aftercare.
Oh, nice.
I do make a tattoo care primarily for melanated skin, and that product is an offset of the Mutter formula that I mentioned earlier, and so that's called Mutter Plus. And so it can be used not only by the tattoo artists themselves,
Nice.
but also by the person for that aftercare. I don't know if any of you all are tatted. Do y'all are tattooed?
No, but I was thinking
I am.
entrepreneur tag.
Is
right
that
there.
what? That's what I want to see. I want to see that.
I'm not sad.
Why am I asking? You got some tats?
It's all good.
You got
No
mine.
rebels.
You got mine.
You rebels in here. It's all good. No, but it is a market that we are major consumers in.
Right.
Yeah.
But we're not necessarily, when you think about the accessories that go on,
Absolutely.
needles, ink, you know what I'm saying? That market. So it's been very effective.
Nice. So that's assuming that means you have tattoos and you've used this on your tattoos.
I have, yes,
Okay.
I do, and I have.
Okay.
Yes.
And what I'll say is, interesting enough, right? I just used this, right?
And you feel silkier?
No, I really do. I mean, so I've been using a lotion for the past week.
Okay.
And it hasn't made me feel like this. Like, I feel like my skin, there's no ash. I'm impressed.
Wow.
The other thing is, we use, in my house, my wife buys a lot of organic. And one of my big complaints is lotions we get don't work.
Right.
They really, I mean, it's more effective to rub water on.
Right.
And for this, I'm like, we got to buy some of this to use because we don't have any good lotions.
Right. Absolutely. I'm glad that it's working for you.
Yes. So question for you is to, if I'm in this business and maybe I have my own version of shea butter, whatever it is, what are some of the things that I should look out for? I mean,
number one, I guess I would say is exercise some patience in your testing. You want to make sure that you give yourself enough time to test anything that you're looking to put out there on a professional level, just to make sure that you've covered all of your bases. When I started this product line, I did a whole year of product testing first. So I did different ages. I did from infancy to people in their 90s, just because I want this to be full family usage. You know what I'm saying? So I tested different age. I just tested demographics. So I had people from Virginia all the way to Pennsylvania that were doing testing for me. Water's different. Everything is different depending on demographic. So just giving yourself, I say all that to say, give yourself time. Everything is not going to happen with the snap of your finger. You know what I'm saying? You need to give yourself time to do research. When you talk to people and people ask you about your products, you want to be able to give a educated and knowledgeable response. You know what I'm saying? Don't doubt your capabilities. You don't necessarily have to have all these degrees and letters behind your name in order to get something started. But you do want to make sure that you've put in the time that's necessary to be knowledgeable and to show that you're not just passionate about something, but you're well equipped to handle, you know what I'm saying, questions that may come about this. Because I've been asked so many questions. And honestly, sometimes I've had to say, that's something I'm going to have to get back to you on.
That's good.
I'm not coming in, and I'm not coming in with all the knowledge. But what I know so far, I'm going to use that to effectively help my community.
Now, I have a couple questions too, now from the standpoint, since you definitely are well versed in knowing about skincare. One of the things that I think that, in our community, in the black community, we don't know much about pertaining when it comes to, far using suntan lotion and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Because we like, listen, our skin is what it is. So, when it comes to that, like, have you thought about, or do you have a product that's for, for sun, in the summer, you're dealing with suntan, and that specifically can, help us out? Because, when I go,
when you lay out on the beach.
Let's let Lamar finish his question. Let's let Lamar finish.
So
what is it that you're trying to say?
I visit some islands.
I know that's right.
I'm grabbing this stuff. It's a Hawaiian tan. It was brown. It was a brown. Container. So I'm grabbing it. It's close to my skin. Like it did but I'm just saying, like, a lot of us are. A lot of us are.
Let's get to it.
The golden shade. I was just thinking he was going to grab some, PF24 or whatever.
I hit some islands. I grabbed the sunscreen. To answer your question, I do not make a product that's necessarily a sun tanning, you know what I'm saying, a protectant, an SPF protectant. However, I do incorporate some of the oils that I use in some of my formulas do have an SPF quality. So like raspberry seed oil has an SPF, I think it ranges from like 8 to 10. So it's not going to be like a 45, you know what I'm saying, but it is going to give you, like, that's a natural oil that gives you an SPF.
But No, this is great. I'm very impressed with the product.
Thank you.
Skin is
I am. Listen, look, and I'm light skinned boy, and I'm shining.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm shining.
Everybody's hands are shining. Lamar, old beach bum Lamar over here is shining too.
He got his Hawaiian luau.
We even got Kevin. You know what I'm saying?
I have
with
never
this layer around his neck.
I've known this guy like 20-some years, and I ain't never seen him not.
This is all I'm saying. He said never seen him not.
Like right down March 9th,
listen,
2019.
Biggie Day on Biggie Day. This is all I'm saying, America. Touch of O'Shea is the way. That's my slogan.
Yeah.
We're making this work here today.
Look, I'm shining.
I just wish you did a before and after shot for your website.
These Kung Fu.
Brothers.
Channel 17. Everybody know.
And shout out to the brothers who use O'Shea. Brothers, it's okay to use something as a moisturizer on your skin. Black men, I know, I love meeting brothers. Honestly, I love meeting brothers. And when I ask people, I'm like, what do you use on your skin? So many times I meet brothers who are like, I don't use anything. And I'm like,
Crisco, that's what I use.
You have, really? Is that what you use?
I'm kidding.
The can by the stove.
Exactly.
This guy. You know what I'm saying?
Bacon grease.
So yes, we brothers, it's okay.
Exactly. So
we gonna get it together.
Exactly.
No, that's good.
So you can see this video has been a whole lot of fun.
Yes.
But Octavia, if you had to leave our viewers with one thing about you that they should take away today, what would it be?
One thing about me.
Because there's so much about you that's great, but if you had to pick one.
Well, thanks, God. One thing about me that I would say is.
Well, your business.
Just the business and I collect together. When you see me, you see the business. Mm-hmm. So I am a very loyal individual. Mm-hmm. Loyalty means more to me than anything else. Mm-hmm. Okay. And that loyalty you will see reflected in Touch of O'Shea. Mm-hmm. If you know what I'm saying, you will see my caring, my compassionate nature all as a reflection of my loyalty to my family, my community, what I've been taught so far in life, and what I'm trying to do as far as furthering my community and my investment in my community. Wow. Not just about talking, but actually about putting the work, boots on the ground, as they say. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say, just the fact that I pride myself on being loyal, trying to just be not putting on any airs or anything, but just being a stand-up sister that's about actually doing something positive, contributing to my community.
Nice. Okay. So thank you guys for watching. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.